There are those of us who know the book, particularly in this world, but there are a bunch of people who are about to discover a brand new story, an original story that they've never heard before. Take me through it real quick.
Terry and I wrote a novel together a long time ago. We wanted to get it made as a movie. Lots of people wanted to do it. Terry Gilliam was the most enthusiastic and determined, and he got so close several times, but it never quite worked. And in fact, in some ways, it's Terry Gilliam's fault that the whole thing got made as TV. Michael Sheen over here and I were having lunch with Terry back in about 2010. He said, you know, you can do it as TV now. And that propelled this.
There's a host of British voices, of course. The lone American representation here has been typecast as an angel. That's how I've always seen you, sir. So seeing you play this role is absolutely perfect.
The world is all there in the book, so you kind of understand where everybody exists in the hierarchy or in the framework. And then it's kind of like, all right, well, let's play. What are we going to do? And I envisioned this guy as kind of like the boss that you have that you just hate because he's so self-assured and he's so often wrong. And playing a handsome idiot is fun. There's a lot of comedy to be mined there, and we were surrounded by such adept comic performers as well. It was a super fun place to be.
Aziraphale, it's me. We need to talk.
I assume this is about
Armageddon.
Playing a demon, how does one go about that?
You just kind of you go back to the source material, and what Neil has created is this extraordinary, contradictory, cool guy who yeah, sure, he works for hell, but he's not all bad. So it's trying to find where the supernatural collides with the mundane, and they live somewhere in between.
Were you guys friends prior to this? Did you know each other in real world?
Well, we'd known each other for a while. We were in a film together, but we didn't act together.
Right.
And I'd primarily been a fan of David's work, and so I was incredibly excited to get to work opposite him. But you don't know how that's going to go. You know, that can go really well or really badly. You just don't know. And so I remember at the table read when we first actually started saying the words out loud with each other, and within a short space of time, you kind of get the measure of each other, and you go, oh, I see, you're going to occupy that kind of space. All right, so I'll occupy this bit, and it's sort of like a dance, and there's a little bit of bumping and stepping off it, and then, ooh, we're in a rhythm, we're going.
Jumping into this world, how do you turn down something like this?
I thought it was a beautiful story, and I get to play two different people, kind of, on the plebeian level as opposed to the angelic level. Somebody who's, for my money, really sweet, very humane. What's not to like? Right.
Now, when it comes to directing episodic, generally they'll break it up amongst a bunch of different directors. You did all 6 of this one?
It's such a sprawling book that I just said, you need to have one director, even if it's not me. You need one director to do it, because that's the way it's going to work, you know. And we had 240 speaking parts. We've got 1,200 CGI shots. We've got hundreds of locations. So just to wrestle that to the ground, you know, you figure that you surround yourself with great people like this, and then you just set off.